President-elect Donald Trump says the sentencing hearing in his New York hush money case was a despicable charade, and he plans to appeal his conviction. The Republican was sentenced today, but the judge declined to impose any penalties. The no-punishment sentence pronounced by Manhattan Judge Juan Merchan cements Trump's conviction while freeing him to return to the White House, unencumbered by the threat of a jail term or a fine.
Never before has this court been presented with such a unique and remarkable set of circumstances. Indeed, it can be viewed fairly that this has been a truly extraordinary case.
President-elect Donald Trump has been sentenced in his New York hush money case, and with it, he becomes the first U.S. president to take office with a criminal conviction on his official record.
This court has determined that the only lawful sentence that permits entry of a judgment of conviction without encroaching upon the highest office in the land is an unconditional discharge, which the New York State Legislature has determined is a lawful and permissible sentence for the crime of falsifying business records in the first degree.
An unconditional discharge means Trump will not get prison time or any other penalties. However, he will still carry the conviction on his record, which will affect some of his rights. Trump can still vote after sentencing, but can't own a gun and will have to turn over a DNA sample. The president-elect, who appeared virtually for the hearing with his attorney,
"This has been a very terrible experience. I think it's been a tremendous setback for New York and the New York court system. But the fact is that I'm totally innocent. I did nothing wrong."
As president, he can't pardon himself because he can only pardon in federal cases. So if the courts uphold this conviction, he can't do anything about it.
Last May, Trump was convicted on 34 counts of falsifying business records to reimburse his former lawyer for hush money payments made before the 2016 election to an adult film star who claims she had an affair with Trump. He denies the affair. It was a case that for the first time put a former president and major presidential candidate in a courtroom as a criminal defendant. The case was the only one of 4 criminal indictments that has gone to trial, and possibly the only one that ever will.
There's nothing that he won't be able to do as president that he would have otherwise been able to do. And to clarify one thing, it's not just the fact that this is a state case that is the reason that the immunity did not apply. It's also that there were no official acts involved, no official presidential acts involved. There's nothing officially presidential about falsifying business records to hide and to prevent disclosure of an affair with an adult film star.
Speaker of the House Mike Johnson slammed the judge and the case, echoing Trump and his lawyers by saying it never should have been brought. Today's developments come after the Supreme Court ruled yesterday that the sentencing in Trump's criminal hush money case can go on as planned, Trump calling it a disgrace.
Frankly, it's a disgrace. It's a judge that shouldn't have been on the case. He's a highly conflicted judge. And they called for an appeal. So I read it, and I thought it was a fair decision, actually. So I'll do my little thing tomorrow. They can have fun with their political opponent.
Trump is now expected to return to the business of planning for his new administration.